empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Welcome back, Wolfpack. Hey, how's it going? I'm back for yet another session here, streaming like we normally do over on this channel. It's a little late, so I just figured I would just get on here and do some coding. I still have the same goal to get to level 33. I'm not sure if I'm going to get there, but I do want to get some programming done today. So I'm just gonna not focus on the goal and just try to enjoy this little session. I have some time to myself. My dog's asleep, and it's a Saturday night, so yeah, I'm excited. Um, Before we get started, there is a little bit of housekeeping, however, and I'd like to point you down below to the description bar down below. If you can see that section, there is a link to a survey, and that survey is something I'm really trying to promote in order to help me improve the quality of this channel. So if you could be so kind as to just check that survey out and to do what you can to help contribute. Um, the goal of this survey is basically for me to be able to understand like how to best serve the audience that is drawn to this channel. And the questions on it are designed to help me figure out like who you are, like what you're looking for, and basically that kind of stuff. So if you go to that survey, it'll look like this actually. So just fill this out here and that will help a ton. Okay, cool. That's as much as I'm going to say about that. And we can go ahead and move on to this. So if you have been watching, I am working on a series that is playing through this Boot.Dev GoLang course. Oh wait, let me do this the real way. Watch. Let's do this the real way so it's like click friendly. Hey, how's it going? This is Key. I'm back for another session, and we're going to be playing through Boot.Dev. And this is a online interactive platform that lets you learn how to program in different languages through like projects and stuff. So I'm doing the GoLang course. This is not sponsored or anything like that. I just really enjoy this website, and I feel like it makes good content for my channel. So and it's helping me learn a lot. To help me with all of this, I have chicken nuggets and an orange beverage. Okay, so so what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to do a quest. I'm going to do a 2000 XP quest because the 500 one, it got really fast. Because like one of the coding ones is like worth 300 points. So, and we did a couple of them last time. So I have a XP potion. I'm gonna save it for later on, and then I have some seer stones too. I'm gonna save those. I don't know when I'm gonna use those, but I think I might sacrifice those and go use them in a course that I don't really care about, just to get XP. Okay, so here we go. Um, Pointer receivers, a receiver type, and that can be a pointer. So like this right here. Okay. Okay. Since methods often need to modify their receiver, pointer receivers are more common than value receivers. However, methods with pointer receivers don't require that a point is used to call the method. The pointer will automatically be derived from the value. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. So this is how, so the pointer to the whatever the method is on is what allows it to modify that object. Okay. Okay, cool. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of how GoLang handles objects and methods. I mean, I appreciate the fact that in Java in GoLang, did I say JavaScript? I appreciate the fact that in GoLang, um, the methods are out written outside of the scope, so that the same method could apply to multiple interfaces for a struct. Like, sure, but like as far as like visually reading it, I kind of prefer like the was it like the way that it's done in like Java and JavaScript, where you have the class and you have the constructor and all the methods written on the inside of the scope. So I mean, I understand, at least from my experience here, how this could be better for sharing things with other structs, but it's a little bit off-putting to the eye because not off-putting, but it's like a little bit fatiguing to have to like kind of make sense of it by chasing things down so much mentally. How much XP was that? Methods with pointer receivers don't require that a pointer is used to call the method. Okay. So here we have a struct for circle that has these properties, and this here will raise the radius, multiply the radius by 2. Okay. C is not a pointer in the calling function. Okay. Okay, to call the method, you do not have to use the pointer. Okay, that makes sense. Hmm. I'm eating these chicken nuggets with hummus, and I am such a pig. Okay, I'm not a pig anymore because they're actually all gone. So I've returned to being a human. Okay, so that set message sets the message field of the given email structure. Okay. So let's run it to see what the bug is. Okay, so set message sets the message field of the given email structure. So do we have to do this? Oh, maybe this. We need a pointer here. I think we're gonna make it to a new level tonight, and also we're gonna get that quest done. Okay. Occasionally, new Go developers hear pointers don't pass copies and take that to a logical extreme. Okay. Okay. Use pointers when you need to share a reference to a value. Otherwise, just use values. Stack versus heap. Ooh, talk about chunky. The Go memory allocator, or let's have AI help us read this. It's a lot. I'm lazy. Oh, what the heck just happened? Ooh, excuse me. This Speechify thing is definitely buggy. Buggier than it seems like it needs to be. I feel like I'm losing the section that this is pointing to. Okay. Okay, here, this is what I want. How do I know if a why does this go to the top? That's so annoying. Is it just too much? I think if I do this, I can. Oh, wait, my background music's too. Okay, wait, let's start over. Okay, so I think I kind of understand that. So what I learned is that the operating system is okay. So when you program, you're using your programming language to oftentimes do things that can either directly or indirectly um, have a consequence in memory. So the operating system is a part of that layer, and your program that you're writing is above that layer. Beneath that operating system layer is the hardware. And so for the operating system and your application, you only have so much access to memory. Here, let's go ahead and make my head bigger. I think this is like an important thing to kind of talk about. So when you have a computer running, there are different layers of that computer, both on the physical side and also on the digital side. So your application always requires some use of resources. The resources that your application use are oftentimes things like memory, especially for like storage capacity, but also for like the ability for it to run. Because when your code is running, it has to store data in memory and do things. So there's always something going on under the hood in terms of your relationship between your application, your operating system, and the hardware. And so basically here, this is like saying, how do you know if your memory is allocated in the heap or the stack? Well, so one of the things that I learned is that on a computer, when your application is running, there are different places that certain data can end up. So this is saying that for very large data, oftentimes it ends up in the heap, whereas the stack is usually for smaller things. And then the garbage collector within the runtime of Go, that kind of manages cleaning up things that are no longer being used or that it designates as being qualified for cleanup. So based on how you code, you can influence whether or not the memory that's related to the code that you're writing ends up in the heap and the stack. You can also influence when you write your code whether or not there is a chance for the memory involved in it to be in the cache of the CPU as well, which is like the fastest memory. There's also the ability for that data to be stored and registered in the RAM. So when you're writing an application, there's like all these layers that start with the operating system and go down to the hardware that are in charge of like keeping track of the memory, managing it, cleaning it up, and all those other things. And how you code and the way you code, like the patterns and stuff, they give you a chance to kind of have an influence over all of that, even though it's all being managed by like the operating system. So I think the question here is like kind of addressing a person who might be wondering what's happening with the code that they're writing. And this is saying like you don't really need to know. And GoLang is able to like access low level memory, or at least like addresses and store data structures there. But it's saying here that there's stuff built into it that already kind of manages and handles all of that for you. Um, And the person who wrote this course here is kind of saying like, don't worry about that kind of stuff like super deeply. Write code that's clear and correct. Instead of like aiming for the goal of like trying to grok and do all that stuff, just to manage like where things end up in memory. And then if you do find it like a memory leakage or something that has an opportunity to be more performant, then just address that. So GoLang has these things called profiling tools that allow you to run your application with the profiler so you can see what parts of your code are causing more memory leakages or utilizing memory in a more intensive way. And then maybe you have the chance to go write that code in that specific situation in a more performant way to make a big difference. Otherwise, you probably don't have to worry about it too much for most applications you make. So that's all I know. But I know that that's like a lot to kind of like condense into this stream, and I just wanted to share that piece at least. Hey, time to be a small head again. Bloop. Where my music at? Let's get back into this. I'm not a computer scientist. I'm just a person who's self-taught. So if any of that was like absolutely wrong, don't laugh at me. I'm just kidding. Okay, so non-local pointer variables are generally faster to pass around than pointers because they're stored in a stack. Okay. A local non-pointer, yeah, because the stack is more short-term, smaller things. Okay. Once the vat, I think the stack and the heap are considered. Actually, I don't know. Are the stack and the heap on RAM? That part I don't know. Let's turn Speechify off. You are not helping me, broski. Exit. Exit. Why don't you go away? Oh, we're being stubborn. Okay. Well, I might need to make a new page. There we go. Okay. So yes, both stack and keeper. There are regions within RAM. Okay, cool. So I know that part now. Perfect. So you have the ability to store things in RAM, the CPU, and also hard disk space. And for all three of those have relative differences in speed. The CPU being the fastest to access memory, and then the RAM being the second fastest access memory, and then the hard disk being the slowest. The hard disk and other storage formats. So when your application runs, it's most likely to store data and stuff like that in the RAM because it's stuff that doesn't need to exist, beyond the session of the user on the operating system. But if you had something that needed to exist beyond the session, that beyond that one session, then that's when you would use the hard disk. That's where you have like more persistent memory things. So the RAM has the stack and the heap. And these are fixed size regions. Okay. Memory is managed automatically using last in, first out. Okay. Last in, first out, huh? Local variables, function parameters, return addresses, very fast allocation, deallocation. Size is limited, typically smaller than heap. Memory is managed at compile time. Manage memory dynamically at runtime. I need to figure out what's difference between memory being managed at compile time versus um, runtime. This is like I'm doing this is like don't go down this rabbit hole, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole. I'm just not gonna code it this way, but I do want to know. The more you tell me to not worry about it, the more I'm gonna be like, what is it? What's going on over here? I need a little bit of that in my life, or a lot of it. Okay. Manage memory dynamically. Dynamic larger allocations, objects with longer lifetimes, data that needs to persist beyond function calls. I guess like when your code is compiled, there must be some information that allows the compiler to know how long a variable is going to be used, or its purpose. I don't know. I don't know how compilers work, to be honest. But that is fascinating that the compiler can make those calls on the different pieces of data that are being processed and passed around and whatnot. I have no clue how that works. Okay, so Go runtime handles memory allocation decisions. It performs escape analysis at compile time to decide whether to allocate on stack or heap. Generally, if a variable might outlive the function that created it, it escapes the heap. The garbage collector manually manages heap memory automatically. From the Ghost session, something I noticed that you've been working on memory profiling allocations. Yes, I sir. Yes, I sure have. I've been working on that. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Okay, so which are the values? Where are the values to which pointers point usually stored in Go? So they're usually stored in the. I don't know what did it say. Pointers point to usually the stack. Oh, it tends to allocate more to the stack. So it's gonna say stack. No, the heap. Where are the values to which pointers usually stored in Go? Oh, I see. I had that backwards. Okay, so in GoLang, when you have a pointer, the value that any number of pointers can point to is stored in the heap, whereas regular variables are stored in the stack because variables don't outlive their scope. Okie dokie. Okie dokie artichoke. Okay, which is typically more performant to pass to a function, especially for small amounts of data, a value. Yes. Okay, so now we're in the challenges. This is where I am most likely to benefit from using an XP potion because XP potions last for 30 minutes, and oftentimes I do not make it to the 30-minute mark without doing maybe like one or two. So I'm gonna look ahead and see. We have packages and modules. So that's what that says. Cut off. I'm just gonna assume it's called packages and modules. Um, and the first one's in here. Okay. Ooh, okay. So I think I might be able to get through this. Um, okay, so I'm gonna pop the XP potion when I answer this question, and then I'm gonna try to rush and do the other ones because that's a ton of XP that I can get in a nice little round. I'm definitely getting to like level 30, 32 tonight for sure. Okay, if I'm like one level short of my goal for the week, like a win is a win. Come on, y'all, a win is a win. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so Textio needs a new way to update user account balance. User's account balance. Implement the update balance function. It should, oops, let's make this a little wider. It should take a pointer to a customer. Where is it at? Okay, so we got to make it so font update. Is it a method? That's a function. Balance. It should take a pointer to a customer. Okay, the customer has an ID and a balance and a transaction. And return an error. This music is making me want to go to the anime. There's like an anime convention tomorrow in Minneapolis. Ooh, I think it's this week, whole weekend. Ooh, I didn't get to go last year. I want to go and like be around some anime nerds and listen to music like this. They had a really great dance floor when I went a couple years ago. Okay, so oh, I gotta return. I just want to make this fail, but I want to make it fail and actually run. So I forget like, oh, I gotta do errors.new. Or it can be like that. But what do I do for the type? Maybe I can not do that right quick. Okay. Okay. So we gotta return an error and nil. It's just gonna be our one for right now. Depending on the transaction type, it should either add or subtract the amount. Okay, so if transaction type equals let's print. Let's go ahead and print. This is lit. I like this music. This is like copyright free streaming playlist. It's like one big long track or YouTube video with like 60 tracks on it. It's like 3 hours, 3.5 hours long. So we'll just FMT print F. We'll say I would just do regular print. Say deposit. Um, oh man, there's no E at the end of that, but I can spell, I promise. Okay, let's go down here and do another one here. Let's say withdraw. Has no method. I don't want a method. I want um a transaction dot transaction type. Hmm. Let's just I think I'm tripping, but I'm just gonna do this anyways. Let's just take this one step at a time. Transaction type is not an expression. Oh, I have to do T. That's the problem. I'm tripping. I'm trying to call the yeah, I gotta do T. It's all coming from T. I'm tripping. I've made this mistake a lot actually. Okay, so cool. We got one deposit, one withdrawal. So what do we need to do? Okay, if where we at? Depending on it should either add or subtract the amount from the customer's balance. So okay, so from the customer's balance, C dot balance equals balance plus C dot amount. Um, if C dot balance is less than T dot amount, then return errors new, say insufficient funds. Uh, it passes. I feel like this is still not right, but whatever. So this will return no error if it does deposit. Okay, so that's good. Maybe I am done. Maybe I am done. I feel like there was one more thing I need to do. Okay, so the balance is too low to return the error, and oh, we got to do the one for if it's not either of those two. Okay, so we can just do it else here. Else if else And we'll return a new error here. And that'll just be for unknown transaction type. This music of this playlist sounds like music from like 2012, 2011. Those were good times. It's a very nostalgic time period. I didn't use my XP potion. I forgot. It's okay. I have it for another day. That's fine. It's fine. I'm not upset at all. I am not mad at all. It's cool. It's fine. I'm not bothered. Are you good? I'm good. Okay, we good. Damn it. Okay. Did I finish the quest? Oh, that's from yesterday. Okay. Let's keep going. Yeah. We're making some good progress tonight. Definitely focusing. Okay, now we're in packages. How many chapters I got left? Okay. Oh, I'm getting down deep in there. Nice. Okay, you probably noticed the package main at the top of the program you have been writing. Yes. Package name main is an entry point to um Ismailia. Okay. Package is another name. Uh, by the name is a library package. Libraries have no entry point. Libraries simply export functionality that can be used by other packages. For example, yes, I know this. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's fix the bug in the code. Well, there's the bug that it doesn't run because it doesn't. Okay, so hopefully this is not like a thing where I don't know. I'm stressed out. Um, what is the issue? So test. Would this need to be made? Okay. Sure. Don't psych yourself out. Sometimes it's as easy as you think it is, I guess. I don't know. That was a trick question. Okay, by convention, a package's name is the same as the last element in its import path. Okay. For instance, math and rand's packages comprise of files that begin with package rand. Package names aren't required to match the import path. For example, I can write a new package with the path GitHub and name the package random. Oh, okay. That's cool. I like that. I like that. Okay, a directory of Go code can have at most one package. All .go files in a single directory must all belong to the same package. If they don't, an error will be thrown by the compiler. This is true for main and library packages alike. By convention, a package's name is the same as the last element. Oh, we just read this. Okay. Given the import path, which of these is a valid package name? Ran. Oh, I'm sorry. It should be path. No? Path? Not ran? Random? I mean, Okay, so technically there. Oh, that wasn't even a fair question. It's fine. Uh, rah. Okay, it's cool. Let's see if there's anyone in the chat. Ugh, the stress is rising. Du-du-lu-du-du. For the majority of this chapter, coding in the browser won't be useful because you need to learn how Go code is organized in the local development environment. For the majority of this chapter, you will use the official command line tool for new Go course to pass off lessons. All instructions on Boot.Dev assume a Unix-like environment. If you're on Windows, I recommend using. We ain't gotta worry about that. Ha 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 ha. The easiest way, in my opinion, is to use Webby. I already have the Go installed on my computer. So thankfully, I could just open up my Wave or Warp. Why did I keep calling this thing Wave? I'm not sure if I like this terminal emulator. I think I just like it because it looks good. I don't know if I actually find as much value as it pretends to give. Like I read and looked into it, and it's like very impressive what they were able to do with it and build into it, but it's like it's excessive to my actual needs. And other than that, it just keeps requiring a lot of updates, and you have to log in to use it, which is a weird thing to do with a terminal. Okay, so we have that installed. We can do Go version and see. I have the latest version of Go installed. Um, what does this do? That's weird. Okay. Okay, so we got to install something from GitHub. With the CLI working and Go install, run, and submit the tests. Okay. They have their own CLI. That's interesting. Okay. Lessons and do other such nonsense. Hit the repo with a star if you're doing boot. Sure. What it's made with GoLang. That's kind of cool. I have a little bit of experience making a CLI. I remember having to like play around with making a CLI tool for the front end. It was for a React application that I was on the team making. It was a long time ago though. Okay, so the boot.dev CLI requires a GoLang installation and only works on Linux and Mac. Okay. So the Webby, I don't know what Webby is. Okay, so uh this is like one of the things I don't enjoy. Or I guess I don't yeah, let's see. I tend to not enjoy multi-step terminal installation things. Um I feel like I get lost in them easily. Okay, so um okay. We ran a shell script for Webby. I don't know what a Webby is. Okay, let's go ahead and do this part. I wonder if I could have done that without previous part. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna do this off screen. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do this off screen. Y'all don't need to be all up in my business. Okay. Weird. Okay, so now I am logged into the CLI. It's what it's telling me. Um, at least I should be. So now I can do their boot dev stuff. I've never heard of a school or educational program having its own CLI. That is pretty impressive, I must say. Can't deny it. I can't deny it at all. It's very impressive. Okay, so I guess we're done with that, and we gotta run these two tests. So there's one. Okay. We gotta do this other one. Oh, that's cool. Oh, hey. That was really interesting. That they were able to build this command line and interact with their website. Very, very cool. That's very interesting. Okay, I would love to know more about like what it does and yeah, some cool stuff. Cool beans. Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple more here and then I'm gonna take a break. Um, yeah, I'm gonna take a break here. I'm up soon. What are we doing on quests? Oh, we're 64%. Okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna be able to get this test tonight. Okay, so Go programs are organized into packages. A package is a directory of Go code that's all compiled together. Functions, types, variables, and constants defined in one source file are visible to all of the source files within the same package. A repository contains one or more modules. A module is a collection of Go packages that are released together. File name go.mod is the root of the project, declares at the root of the project declares the module. It contains module path, the version of the Go language your project requires, optionally any external package dependencies your program has. The Go module is just the import path prefix for all packages within the module. Here's an example of a Go mod file. Yes, I recognize this. Each module's path only serves as an import path prefix for the packages within, but also indicates where the Go command should look to download it. Oh, okay. Okay. So I have not been doing this part correctly because I just end up not liking how lengthy it is when I have to start importing things into different packages. So I've just been kind of like making it much shorter, but it's interesting. Okay. It just seems like Golang import syntax is excessively long when it comes to local packages that you've created. Oh, I never asked my question about the I'm gonna do this question, then I'm gonna ask my question about the names here, and then I'm gonna take a break. Okay, so this is a question that I was gonna ask earlier, but I forgot to submit it. What's the difference between memory being managed at compile time versus runtime? Let me explain the key differences between compile time and runtime memory management. Compile time memory management happens when the code is being compiled before the program runs. The compiler can analyze exactly how much memory is needed. The memory locations can be predetermined. Very efficient since all decisions are made before running. Uses are used primarily for stack memory. Maybe heap memory is also for things that are needed but are not directly referenced within the compiled code, like like actual files and stuff. I wonder. I wonder who decides what how to configure stack versus heap usage in a compiler, anyways. Are they like a team of people who decide all of that, all the rules for that? The example of compile time memory management, compiler knows exactly how much space this needs. Yes, it does. Runtime memory management happens while a program is executing. Memory needs can change based on program input or conditions. Yes, that's yeah. So, like if you're dealing with large files and stuff, that's and like opening them, using them, manipulating them, that would be considered runtime memory management. Memory must be allocated and freed dynamically, less efficient, more flexible, used primarily for heap memory. Okay, so that's good to know. So when I'm thinking about runtime memory, thinking more towards the heap. When I'm thinking about compile time memory, I'm thinking more towards the stack. A good analogy is like planning a party. Compile time is like setting up exactly 10 chairs before the party starts because you know exactly 10 people are coming. Runtime is like adding chairs as people arrive because you don't know how many people will show up. From your session summaries, okay, so yeah, not part. Okay, cool. And then I was going to ask about, it seems like Go import statements for internal packages are quite verbose. Is there a shorter way to import that doesn't require the full string of your Go module? Or path is actually by design, but okay, see, I like this a lot. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I like this option because it seems like in order for someone else to use my package dependency, I need to keep the module name as the path to my as the URL to my Git repo. Maybe I misunderstood that. I leave my typos in here, by the way, because it's it's AI, so it's gonna figure it out. Okay. Yes, you're correct. When publishing a Go package, whether it's to use a module name in your this is the Go commission helps with package discovery. Okay. So does that mean as long as mean does that mean as long as I do this module name correct, someone can import my code as a dependency if the repo is public, or do I need to register somewhere else the way I would for NPM? Oh, that's cool. That's pretty awesome. So you don't have to publish anywhere. I like that. Okay, so I should be thinking more along the lines of that when I'm starting to work on bigger projects. Is like I can reuse code that I've created. So that kind of like incentivizes making smaller bits of code in a shared location. And then you can cross-reference that code in those modular solutions instead of having one big monolithic repo. That's cool because I'm used to mono repos, so maybe I have to have like a different architectural philosophy when it comes to my Golang applications. Um, okay, this makes Golang conducive to writing smaller applications and microservices. Maybe that's what people were trying to say, like when they were kind of describing the use case of Golang as being really convenient for microservices and like Dockerization and all this other stuff, containerization, because Golang just inherently makes it friendly to like utilize different dependencies without having a central registration platform. And I guess I'm taking it that your code doesn't even need to be like packaged for a distribution. Maybe there's a way to do that, like to have like some types of like middleware pipeline involved, because maybe you don't want to like import some raw code. Maybe you do, I don't know. Okay, applications for some reason, dependency management, built-in concurrency, hiring all that stuff. Okay, cool. So what if I want to use code from a private repo?
Stranded in the open, dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow, moving with the motion,
Hmm.
following the light that sets me
Okay, so that makes sense. I don't have anything right now that I want to have be in a private repo as an accessible module, but it's good to know that that is possible, because I might need to do that at some point. And also, it seems like there's some amount of steps involved in that. Hopefully, like a one-time setup thing. I wonder if there's like a tool out there that just does it for you. Because, I love a good tool to manage something for me. Make it easy. Go intentionally relies on existing Git tools rather than having a separate cloud-based tool to help manage this. Okay. I'm gonna leave this for now, but that's interesting. I'm gonna wait until I actually need to do something like that, and I'm gonna do it. But yeah. So you can go out there and find any Go code that you want and just utilize it in your code if it's publicly available on a Git website. That's pretty cool. Okay, what is a Go module? A Go module is a library packer, collection of packages that are released together. Okay, cool. So a Go programs organized into packages. Ready to read this? Okay. Do packages in the same library have module path prefix? Yes. No. Oh, no, no, no. They don't. They don't have like all this stuff. They just have like a name, and then they may have some subgroup as well. What is an import path? An import path is a module path plus a package subdirectory. Do you need to put your code inside a Go path? No, you shouldn't. Okay. Oh, I didn't even read this. You have many Git repositories in a machine, typically one per project. Each repository contains one or more packages. Each repository is typically a single module. Each package consists of one or more Go source files in a single directory. The path the path to a Go to a package's directory determines its import path and where it can be downloaded from if you decide to host it on a remote version control system. The Go path environment variable is best set by default somewhere in your machine, typically in your home directory. Go, okay. If you be working in a new Go module setup, you don't need to worry about that. If you read something online about saying the Go path documentation is probably out of date. He says you should avoid working your Go path directory. I remember, yeah, I remember that was a thing. When I first became interested in GoLang, what I remember without even thinking about this was this. I remember the setup being very different. Like now, it's just like a single click. You click a button and you have it. You don't have to think about it at all. But back in the day, you had to install it, and then I can't remember if you had to make a folder, but there was like a folder at your root directory, and you had to put all of your projects in that specific place. And then when it built it in a separate place that was really specific as well. And I guess you don't have to do that anymore. Um, that's interesting. And I remember like being very confused and lost for like how to make my stuff run and how to like where to actually put it and stuff. This was like years ago. Okay, anyways, let's see. Get into your workspace. Navigate to a location. Wait. Okay. Store some code. For example, I store my code in. Okay, cool. Organize it. Is this the guys? Oh, this is his actual GitHub account. I should follow him. Let's see how much. Let's see how much he codes. He codes every single day. Wow, very impressive. Let me look at mine. Now I'm comparing. I code almost every day, but dang, I code pretty much every day, but I don't always commit and push. And then I have a ton of stuff that's like private. I don't know if that shows up. He's been doing Go for primarily for 6 years. Learning Rust and Vue at the moment. Cool. Awesome. Oh, he has a podcast. How many podcasts does this guy have? He has a ton. I know he has the one on YouTube in his channel. I kind of consider it a podcast, even though it's a YouTube channel. Very cool. Um, Tolerate JavaScript. Yeah. It's like once I learned Go from JavaScript, Go became my favorite language, and JavaScript is like just helpful now for me to understand Go. Like I'll take all the things I do in JavaScript, and then I'm like, what's the Go way to do this? Or does this exist in Go? How does this compare to what I could do in JavaScript? Is always like my like little baseline. I like Python, but I don't have like a working knowledge of Python that isn't heavily dependent on some like a lot of Googling, like a lot more than GoLang. Even though I've been using Python a lot longer than GoLang, I just don't do it every day. I only use Python when I'm working notebooks at this point. Okay. So cool. He has like a nice little profile here. Um, let's see what his repos are. Hmm. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for sharing. Okay, I'm gonna take a break here, and then I'm gonna come back. So let's say like a 15-minute break, and I'll be back here at like midnight Central Standard Time. Stay funky, stay fresh. Don't go too far, but if you do, make your way back over into the Wolf Pack. I'll catch you in a bit.
and divine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming, it's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you flying, see you looking down and out, coming to me crying, saying you miss having me around. Gave you chances and you blew it, you so easily influenced. All the times you told me beat it, now you gotta face the music. I'm saying
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games, yeah. I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last my head again. You had your heart set on me, but these feels, they come and go, and they come so easily. Tell me what it is about you that I can't forget, but you're breaking down my walls again, just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking as a lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but in the dead of the night, teardrops on the floor. The pain is over, feel the darkness take control. Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend? For it's our last refrain. Forever young, ever strong, ever brave. Memories like this never end, no, they don't fade away. So when I'm gone, and when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, keep holding on, and I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. Close to the sun. Here's to the ones who let shine through the rain, the ones who stood for something more. We won't forget your names. The tide is high, say goodbye, we're setting sail, and all those midnight secrets told, we'll take them to the grave. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, and I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. Close to the sun. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding on, and I'll be right there, close to the sun, close to the sun. Come and fly away with me. 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 something at the edge of space, calling us to fly away. Summer in the hills, those hazy days I do remember. We were running still, had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from
Hey, how's it going?
free. Here we
I am back. Let's do this. Let's pick up where we left off.
ever strong in
Okay.
the world.
So once inside your personal workspace, okay, new directory, enter it. Okay, so let's do that.
See your shadows in the trees, holding on memories never change.
Sure. Okay. Okay, slash. Okay. Oh. Go mod init. It says too many arguments. Oh, I don't need the CD. Hmm. Man, I am getting this all messed up. Okay, so cat go.mod. Mm, cool. This will run. That's cool. So we're gonna go ahead and submit it. That is so cool. Go run command quickly compiles and runs a Go package. The compile binary is not saved in your working directory. Go run the local testing, scripting, and debugging. Okay. Inside Hello Go, create a file called main.go. Let's go ahead and open this in code. This music is kind of cheesy, but like in the way that I like. It just gives me like generic, like anime, electronic, anime convention music or something. I don't know. Something about it I just really like. The lyrics are like completely like just empty and soulless. This is like the music that they play at the gay club, and it's just like this song seems like it's like 20 minutes long, and it like somehow merges into the next song after it. That's exactly what this playlist is. This is like a gay club playlist for like a 2011 themed night or something. That was a wild statement. I don't take it back. Okay, so the go run command. Okay, so we really at this point just need to have VS Code and um I do not like the way that this little desktop thing works, but whatever. The little desktop drawer down there. I don't know why, but it annoys me a lot. But at the same time, it can be convenient sometimes. But when it's not, it's really annoying. We bring a new file here and call it main.go. And we can just use the terminal in here since we have limited real estate for screen space. And okay, so eventually the file in main contains the main function for main.go. Okay, cool. Oops. Okay, cool beans. RTFM? What is RTFM? Okay. Um, what is this? Run compiles and runs the named. Okay. Oh, this is just like help documentation. Okay. My beverage is basically sparkling water mixed with orange juice. Sometimes I put like frozen fruit in there, maybe like a little splash of agave. But even without the agave, it's really good. Okay. Generate information used by debuggers to reduce build time. Okay. I'm sure this course is going to tell me, but I want to see it myself. So go. How do I run that then? Hmm. Okay, that's a rabbit hole, but interesting. Okay, so copy and paste this one. Okay. The Go build command compiles Go code into a single statically linked executable program. One of the beauties of Go is that you always Go build for production. Because the output is a statically compiled binary, you can ship it to production or to end users without them needing the Go toolchain installed. Oh, so we don't have to do Go on anything. Okay. Wait. Oh, we just call that actual thing. Interesting. Okay. So we can actually release something to production just that easily. Really? Hmm. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, sure. Huh. So I can make a bunch of tools and stuff now, basically in GoLang, and just have like them on my in a file somewhere and just be able to run them. Wait, can I like double click to run these from my Finder? I'm gonna do that on my computer over here, my other screen. Um, oh, excuse me. Yeah, it actually worked. You can't see it on that screen, but you can see it on this one. So that's cool. Wow, that's pretty dope. That is giving me some ideas now because I have some scripts that I've created in Go, but I didn't realize that all I needed to do was just build it and it's already ready to execute as like a little file or whatever. That is so dope. Oh man. Hell yeah. It gives me a lot of ideas actually. I made a Go script that its whole purpose was to take files and unpack them from zip folders because like whenever I would download from Midjourney, I would get like a ton of like zipped files, and I hated doing it all manually. So, anyways, I made a script for it to like do the basic sorting thing for me. And now this is telling me that I can just take that and make that into like an actual executable. That's pretty dope. It doesn't even need an interface. Literally, I just need to be able to click it and have it run regardless of the interface. Very cool. Okay, so I think I can go ahead and do this now. What? Wait, hold on. So you just gonna take a namespace like that on my computer? So you can do go install and it'll make the project globally installed in your machine. Wait. Oh man. Oh, whoa, bro. So then that means I can just have a command line interface that just runs a bunch of um, small programs, and I can stack them like this, and then I can just save those as like aliases. Oh man, that's insane. That is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. You know, these coding people who made this stuff are really smart. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just think to myself, every time, every time I come up with like a weird, crazy idea, I'm like, wow, someone like thought to make that possible. And I'm sure they had me in mind. Okay, I don't actually know that for sure. Okay. Um, I feel like there is a design philosophy that around this though that I feel like I'm kind of brushing up against or feeling, but I don't know. And I know Ken Thompson, the guy who made GoLang, he does like interviews and stuff, but I need to go back and watch some of those. I'm gonna see what Claude says. This is a very long run on sentence. I need to word this better. Okay, so it seems like the way Go module, like there is a design philosophy that is guiding that guides how modules, packages, and building and installing in local install with go install. Okay. How do I see all the things I have installed with Go install? Um, okay, I'm not gonna do all this on the internet and have y'all all up in my business, but this is interesting. Okay, so Go install. Basically, this is like when you do npm install global and you point it towards like a package or something. This will do this for your project and install it as a global as a binary that can be from a global command, basically. Okay, that's interesting. I can see the use of that though, because if you want to get into like some heavy scripting, it's basically you can run this as something that runs in your terminal, and you can match this with Bash scripting to do some cool stuff. Especially if you start to like save data in your environment variables, then your code can run from those as well. And you could have many processes that are picking up data that are being exchanged through your environment variables. That's pretty cool to think about. Okay, so let's go ahead and did I already do this? Yeah, I already did this. So um, we can go ahead and try this test. And let's write a package to import and use the, okay, so I'll make a new, okay, so we're gonna close this. Have me make that for nothing, wasting my computer memory. I'm thinking about changing my GitHub name to match my YouTube channel. Maybe. It's very tempting. But also had mine for so long. I will do go mod init, and then we'll call this one my stream. Okay. So, okay. Ugh, it's late. Very late. Like 12:30. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. So by convention, we name our package the same as the directory. Okay. Reverse is a string left to right. Notice that we need to capitalize the first letter of the function. If we don't, then we'll be able to access this function outside of this package. Yes. Okay. Okay. That's this is really cute, by the way. Something about this just like is very cute. It's funny because it's like reverse the street, and my brain is like, oh my god, how do I do that algorithms? And then I look at this, and I'm like, oh, it's like it's so cute. It's a little cute solution. The harmless little pup. Okay. The bark is bigger than the bite on reversing a string. I'll tell you that. Okay, so notice here there's no main.go or func main in this package. Run go builds. GTDFO uh go freaking off. Go. I'm making a new language called Go freaking off. It's gonna be the successor to Go. It's like Go to another level. Okay, so go build. Um oh, so it won't build the executable since it's not the main package. Okay, it will still compile the package and save it to your local build cache. It's used for checking for compile errors. Okay, so this will help me check for compile errors, but it will not build a executable. Okay. Okay. Clever, clever, clever. Bacon cheddar, cheddar. Clever, clever, clever bacon cheddar biscuits. Now I'm hungry for some red lobster. Ugh. Did I run the wrong one? There we go. 108 XP. Hmm. Okay, let's use our new MyStrings package in Hello Go. Okay, we'll go back to Hello Go. There we go. I would really love to learn how to use Vim or something that allows me to have a more intricate experience with like navigating through folders and files and stuff, um, without being so restricted by the use of UI here. It's gonna come. I feel like I so badly want to be a Giga Chad programmer. I don't know why. Don't judge me. But like I look at people who like do all the Vim stuff and they're just like, and I'm like so jealous. It looks so cool. They look like little like characters from like my favorite sci-fi anime. They remind me of like the computer wizard, you know, in the Matrix type of like vibes. I'm not making any sense, am I? Okay. So let's focus. Let's focus on the real stuff here. Okay. I think I have enough time to get through. I'm gonna get through one more after this, and then I'm done. Yeah. Okay, let's use our new strings package in Hello Go. Modify Hello Go's main file with the below code. Don't forget to replace. Okay. So I'm just gonna type that in myself. It's my. I need to change my GitHub name to be lowercase letters. I don't like that it's uppercase. Um, and then my strings. How's it gonna find that if it's on GitHub though? That's the thing. Um, okay, we're gonna see. So, oh, we have to put like a space there. Oh, okay, interesting, interesting. Command option. Oh, that was not the button I want to push. To delete a line, it's Command Shift K. Yeah, there you go. And then we can just take this one. I'm trying to practice my keyboard commands, okay? It's awkward. It's very awkward. Edit Go mod to contain the following. Import the local version of your. Oh, I see here. Okay. This is the thing I was looking for. So this voice on this song sounds kind of like Demi Lovato, I'm not gonna lie. Um, well, sometimes. Just like a similar tonality. This is probably like some AI music generated song though. I would not doubt it. Okay, so we're gonna change this to be um, github.com/nader. Did that fix it? Hey, what's this complaining about? Okay, we need to go mod tidy. What's all this business? Okay. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this part here, um, of how this is done when you want to reference something that's local. Not sure that I'm a huge fan of that, but maybe the point is that you should be putting these up on github.com instead of running them locally. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. Okay, so no, my strings tells Go to look in the parent directory of Hello Go for the my strings sibling directory. So go build. Okay, we have an executable. So we'll do that. Hello Go. Ah, I like it. That's so cool. That is so cool. I mean, I like the idea that that you can write a bunch of different Go modules and kind of like link them up, and they make it easier at least to get the executable part. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of this needing to do it this way. I feel like there must be a simpler way to do it than this, because this is like I don't know, just seems a little annoying. I can't it just seems like a little much, you know. We're smart people. We could think of a much more terse way to do this. I'm picky, I know. I'm picky. Um, I do remember that having like a mono repo with like React or Node with different modules in the same code base was also really annoying because you have to have like a big mapping. So I guess this is probably better than what I remember that, and I think that was like a TypeScript project that I worked on for that at a at Best Buy. So it's better than that. I'll say that. And that's about that. Okay, one more, and then that's all, folks. Okay, so yeah, we've made a lot of progress on this today, by the way. Um, yeah, if it wasn't so late, I'd probably be able to go through um, the rest of this chapter. Okay. So let's learn how to use open source package that's available online. I still need to look into whether or not it's permissible to watch other YouTube videos. Sorry, other YouTubers' videos um, while in the stream, like what the rules around that are. But I don't want to break any rules. So we have Cloud to help us out if we ever need some elaboration. Okay, so a note on replace. Replace. Be aware that using the replace keyword like we just did in the last time is not advised. Well, yes, I can see that. It can be helpful to get up and running quickly. The proper way to create and depend on modules is to publish them to a remote repository. When you do that, replace keyword can be dropped from the Go mod. This works only works for local development. If we want if we want the import to work for everyone, we need to make sure the dependency my string in this case actually exists on GitHub. Okay. Okay. We're gonna make a new man. They're making us make a lot of packages here. I spelled that wrong all over the place. It should be date test, not data test. So I made all of the files here into the init, or the one file and the init. Um, okay, we're gonna get this package here. Phew, woo, excuse me. Okay, cool. Very nice. So this is how we can alias, basically. Tell me about aliasing and import in GoLang. Are there any things I need to know? Oh, this is cool. I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah. Sometimes I'm just lazy. It's like if I could type fewer characters, then I know I'm not gonna run into any conflicts in my namespaces. Give me the shortest, but I don't know. That's just a weird quirk I have. The less I can type, the better off I am. I want to spend most of my time thinking. If I can. Um, so this is a Yeah, okay. So if you use a blank identifier, I think what that means is this code will still be ran and compiled when you build. You're just not using it directly in your code. So there may be things from it though, from that module that you might still have running. Like modules can run things from other modules, I think. I was making something and that was like a I was doing something with a profiler in my other boring stream. And I remember that being a part of it. Like in order for the was it the profiler to work, I needed to have something that was imported in under a blank identifier in order for another dependency to work. Uh I don't fully understand it, but I understand that that's like a thing. I don't understand how it works under the hood necessarily. Yeah, maybe that's a good question to ask here. Meaningful aliases. Okay. Yeah. So here, this was a memory cache thing. This is what we were doing the profiler for. So this is an example. I like that. So basically, by the way, I have this project in Claude, and what I'm doing is I'm taking all of the lessons that I do for myself, the ones that I do in my boring stream, and I'm keeping a record of those in here. So like whenever I'm learning and asking questions, it will reference things I've already done, which is actually really nice. It's super nice that it's doing that. Okay, so yeah, I remember this here. Okay, so this is aliasing. Okay, cool. Love it. Love that for us. Okay, and then I had another question. Another question was, how do blank identifiers work? Is the code still ran? And are its methods and function are its yes, when you use a blank identifier for imports, the packages init functions are still executed. Okay, so there's an init function that runs. Okay, but you can't directly access the packages exported identifiers. This is commonly used for side effects. The side effects is what I was referring to, I guess. When you import a package in Go, it runs the init function. Um, is the init function something other than main? Let's see. Here's how it works. When you import a package, it runs an init function and important packages makes the package's export identifiers available unless using, okay. I have a feeling if I listen to the lyrics of this song close enough, they probably make no sense. And I'm not even going to challenge myself to deal with that right now, but I'm getting that like that spidey sense sensation about this song. Maybe all the songs of this playlist. Okay. The PQ package init function runs and registers itself with the SQL package. Okay. But you can't use PQ directly. Okay. This works because PQ registered itself. Okay. Would the this would fail? Would be PQ registered itself. Though can't access PQ directly. Okay, I see. Database drivers. Okay, this makes sense. So yeah, you're just saying you want something to be registered with something that already is accessible and exists as a side effect. That's cool. I like that. I like that. That's interesting. I don't know. I guess there's something comparable because like I know I was teaching my students how to set up .env config in their server.js file. And that's an example of an import the one to set up the env.config. That's like using an import. You're requiring it in and you're executing it, but you're not using it for anything. So it's kind of comparable to this. It's a side effect that you're not actually going to directly use it as an API. Very cool. So debugging profiling. Yeah, so this is the example that I was mentioning earlier about the profiler needing to be initialized. And it creates its own route. So the profiler has its own route on whatever the server you're running is that it automatically registers and sets up for you. So you can go to it to see information about the memory management. Okay. Well, we're at 2 hours and 15 minutes. Init. So init happens before main runs. Okay. 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 So init is that I can have run before main. It will automatic. That's a question. Will it automatically be prior before main as the first thing to run any entry point code? And also, is init only available in main.go? Okay, so the init function can be in any Go file, not just main. It can be any package, not just main. You have multiple init functions, even in the same file. Okay. Setup.go. Package level variables are initialized first. Okay. Init functions run in order they're found. Okay. Main runs last. So package. Um, okay. So this is run first. Oh, this is initialized first. Then this is initialized. Yeah, variables in. Okay, then the init is imported. And imported packages. Init and imported packages, which is database and config. Okay, so the variables in both of these packages will be initialized first, and then their inits will be initialized, and then the variables of the main package will be initialized, and then the init of the main package, and then the main function. Oh man, that's a loop. Okay. Um, common use cases. Um, setting up configuration. Mm, okay, so I think we're done with this session. What I've been doing as well is I've been also taking my sessions and converting them into summaries because then I can have them being referenced from within this project, and it kind of has a little bit of a memory of what we've talked about. So I find that it like ends up incorporating stuff into what it tells me further down the line, which is makes it all feel like I don't know, self-referential or something. Okay, so they make a new summary file. Use the previous ones as a guide for how to make this new one. Be sure that it is thorough and captures all the detail concepts that we talked about and is verbose. I don't like how much truncation happens on Claude. I find that it's a very, very excessive amount of truncation whenever, especially when you're trying to get it to refine something between multiple prompts. I find that it just a lot of times it will just truncate in entire sections of things and be like, oh yeah, this part hasn't changed. I'm like, no, give me the whole thing. Don't give me just the new parts of something. But I know why it's it's doing that because it needs to save space and whatnot. But it's just it can be so annoying. Okay, so here's my session summary, and we'll add this to the current project. I'm gonna go back to the project real quick. I'm just gonna say, can you look at all your session summaries and give me an overview of what we talked about far? Maybe I'll like have it make a test or something for me. That would be like a fun thing to do. That'd be super fun. Um, Sounds pretty cool. Um, Let me ask you the opinion question. So, what do you think so far? What's your opinion on all of this stuff? Wonder what it'll say. Let me share my analytical perspective. What strikes me most thoughtful progression and connectedness of the topics, of course, has been full stack approach to Go, moving from low level memory management all the way through high level design patterns. Memory foundation, I found it particularly clever that we started with memory management profiling. This builds on top foundations because in Go, understanding memory is crucial for writing efficient code. Progression from profiling was especially effective. It's one, okay, practical applications. What I really appreciate is how each content is tied to a practical role application. Okay, testing emphasis, architectural growth. I noticed a clear progression, architectural complexity. Cool. For the currency patterns, musexes. Okay, cool. Um, Man, I don't expect it to be like, yeah, bro, you're off track. It's gonna be supportive, my supportive AI friend, I guess, suppose. Okay, well, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I am so tired, but I need to get on here and do this because I'm one of those people where if I have like a habit or something, I'm like all or nothing, which is not my best quality, but it's just what it is. So I don't want to skip too many days, or else I'm going to find it really hard to get back on. Um, oh yeah, we got a chest. I forgot to check that. Yeah, we got a chest. So, oh wait, huh. Yeah, we got a chest. Where'd he go? Oh, here it goes. Let's open that. Cool, I got 6 gems. Oh, I got a sharpshooter chest too. We got 16 gems. That's dope. We're getting like a bunch of stuff. We're rich. Look at that. Look at that. Bam. Oh, calm down, calm down, calm down. I'm rich again. I'm more richer than I was before I got rich. Okay. Completed lesson start. Okay, that was 2 days ago. Yeah, I just be saying screw it with those streaks. They don't mean too much to me. I've done 162 lessons. That's cray cray. Look at me. I got 2 XP potions on me. What's up? What's up? Big dog. Woof 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 woof. Okay. Um, let's get rid of these notifications here. Okay. So we're good. We're in a good state. Um, I think this is like, oh, this ended. Okay, I always miss these. I always miss these little events and challenges. What else is going on here? Okay, so my next rank or my next role is disciple level 40. What happens if I get like a longer streak? I get gold. I don't know what that means. I'm close to getting the 240 exercise milestone achievement, and I'm close to getting the 10 sharpshooter ones. I think that's for not missing any in a row. Um, and and I think one person used my special key or whatever, my URL to sign up. So I'm waiting for them. Hopefully they become a pupil. I hope they enjoy this as much as I do, and then also we can get the award together. That'd be cool. Um, I'm not gonna do the karma thing. I'm not really into Discord and everything, but I do want to find like the next boss that comes out and like participate and help with that just to get under my belt. So, anyways, this is where my profile's sitting right now. I'm level 31. I got 2 levels to go to reach my goal. I'm gonna try to get one more tomorrow. If I get 32, that's cool. I'm not too worried about it, but I definitely did a lot of this week, so we're good. Okay, so lastly, before I get off of here, I just want to remind you I have a survey that I'm trying to get people to fill out. The survey is down below. If you go to the description of this video today, just down below, you can see that there's a survey. The survey is going to help me make this the most amazing YouTube channel for developers and nerds and geeks who like coding and software engineering. And so you can be a part of that, and I would love that. So I'm inviting you to join me in this survey and click the link that's down below the description. Anyways, thanks for coming by tonight. It was kind of a chill night. We got a lot done. So I will see you next time right here. And wherever you go, don't go too far. And always come on back to the Wolf Pack. I'll catch you later. Peace.